guys, it's Charlie. Today's video is going to be pretty short and pretty brief, and basically what it's going to be on is obsessive-compulsive disorder. I get a lot of questions about it, what it is, what it does, and how it affects my life. And basically I'm just going to go through things that I go through with my OCD and how it is for me. I'm just going to try to be as short as I can because OCD is a huge thing and it's just really hard to explain. So basically, there's a few types of OCD. The kind that I have, I was diagnosed in first grade, and that's when I started noticing my symptoms, like going up the stairs and having to count numbers and, you know, like stepping on cracks on the side of the road. I have OCD pretty severely, and I do about 500 rituals at least in one day, 200 on a really good day, and that's when I'm lucky and I'm not thinking about it. Basically, what I do, well, I do a ton of stuff. It just has to do with every single thing throughout my day, but I'll give you guys some examples. So, say if I were to leave my room, then I was shutting my door, and I thought a bad thought while I was doing it, I have to shut my door again 6 times because number 6 is an important number to me since I was really young, and that's when my OCD started. And it's all even numbers. I don't like odd numbers. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. And basically, I'm trying to think. It's so hard to explain. But like, basically it has to do anything with those numbers. And another example is like, say if I were swimming in my pool and I went down to the bottom of my pool and I thought a bad thought while I was doing it, I'd have to go down and touch it 6 more times until I thought a good thought, because I'd have a fear that like my family would drown or someone I love would drown, and it's just really confusing. And a lot of you are going to think I'm like weird for having it and the stuff I do. A lot of people don't understand it, and that's understandable. Like, I don't know, a lot of people just don't understand, and it's not an illness that you can really understand. No, I am not mentally ill. It's a disorder. But they just came out with a new brain scan thing. Basically what it does is it scans your brain and it shows which part of your OCD is affecting your anxiety or something like that. I don't know. I heard about it for like 10 seconds. And that is going to be the biggest breakthrough ever. I'm so excited for that, and I was diagnosed with severe anxiety too. Like, I'll go over anxiety really fast, like a brief look over. Basically if I go anywhere public, my skin will get really hot and burn, but the inside of my body will get really cold at the same time. I'll get goosebumps, my feet will start to sweat. I know it's really gross. My hands will start to sweat. That's when I go anywhere public. I'll feel like I need to puke, and I'll shake continuously. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop it. And my anxiety comes from my OCD because it's just so much stress, and OCD is like a 24/7 job. Sometimes I can't even sleep because it's so bad, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I mean, there's counseling and there's psychologists, but there's not really any medicine that helps it. And I got my depression from OCD too because of the stress it was causing me. And I don't know, it sucks. It's a really stupid disease. And something else that like affects it is like cleaning and stuff. Like in my bathroom, everything has to be set up perfectly. Like, there's tiles on my counter, and each item has to be set on a tile, not on the crack of a tile. That is just bad juju. You don't want to do that if you have OCD. It's just going to bother you. And everything's set up perfectly in perfect numbers, and a lot of people are like, oh, just forget about it, just don't think about it, just let it go. And I'm just like, when you have OCD, you honestly don't understand. You can't let it go. That thought will haunt you until you do a ritual to like clear your mind of it. And a lot of people just, even my closest friends don't even understand. My family still gets confused about it. And like, okay, like sidewalk cracks, that's a good one. If I stepped on it, I'd have to go back, step on it, step over it 6 more times, or something bad would happen. What else is there? I'm just trying to think of examples, because everything I do would have to do with it. And you see me fixing my hair a lot. That's OCD too. That is, that's a ritual I have to do. What else is there? And a lot of people, my biggest pet peeve as someone who is diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder is when people are cleaning their room, they're like, oh, I'm so OCD, you know, my room has to be spotless. I'm like, you have no idea the half of the things that people with OCD go through. Like, I would love to see you step shoes in someone who has it and go a day and see what you have to do. That is nothing close to OCD, and it just really bothers me when people do that. I'm like, yeah, I wish my OCD was that easy. Another thing, I don't know. Oh, and like when I drive past this house on my road, so embarrassing. Each time I drive by, I have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2 in my head. That's just a ritual, something I've done since I was little on that certain house, and it's really annoying. Another thing is, okay, so say I was in like a bad part of town that I'm not comfortable with, and I thought a bad thought while I was stepping into my car and about to leave. I'd have to go back and step on the ground 6 more times till I thought something good, and then I could leave because I would think something bad would happen to my family if I didn't. What else? I don't know. I could talk about it all day because there's so much to go over, but like, people honestly don't understand, and I don't expect them to. It's hard to explain, it's hard to understand, and it's so hard for me to make this video right now and come out about this because, you know, people will make fun of you for it. People will think you're weird because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, what even is this? Like, it's stupid. I wish I didn't have it. I mean, it would be a miracle if I wasn't born with it. No one in my family has it, so I don't really know where it came from. I don't know if it's through genetics or if it's just something you're born with. But yeah, I've had it since I was in 1st grade. Sorry. I don't know. Everything just has to be perfect in someone who is like OCD, and that's where my personal problems come in, and like everyone's like, oh, why do you dress up so much for school? Why do you have to do your makeup every day? It's like, people with OCD are perfectionists. Everything in their mind has to be cleared. You have to have a perfect mindset, you know, and that's why, you know, I'm saying that so much. I'm sorry. It's hard to explain. I don't really know how to make a video on this. I mean, watch an episode of Dr. Phil and you'll understand, like, what OCD is like. A lot of people have it a lot worse than me, I know that, but on a really bad day, I wish I could videotape it and just show people what it's really like. And if you're out there and you have OCD, I'm sorry, because you know how bad it sucks. It's literally, like, consumes your life. I can't even have a life half of the time because it's this stupid illness, and I don't sleep 5 out of 7 nights of the week because it's consuming my mind, and I'll sit there and I'll cry because the thoughts will not leave my head. And no, it's not like schizophrenia or paranoia. I mean, I could see some type of paranoia in it, but like, no, it's like not voices in your head. It's just like your conscience, like, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's just the mindset of someone with OCD. It's hard to understand, hard to explain. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's just hard to deal with, and I know I'm going to get made fun of for this video and for what I have, and I'll be expecting that. People are assholes, and they don't understand, so, yeah, but, I don't know, it's just like, basically it's numbers, it's perfections, it's rituals, it's everything that you could ever think of. I could have an OCD ritual with those belts behind me, or those scarves, or my door, anything. Like, say if I, like, thought about that, and I touched my hair. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then my thought is cleared, and everything's fine until another ritual comes along. And so, I'm so sorry, that was embarrassing. Yeah, but this video is getting pretty long, and that's pretty much like 1 out of 1/1,000,000th of what OCD is like. So if you have any other questions or video requests, just feel free to message me. My Instagram, Ask, Tumblr, Twitter, all that will be in the down bar. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll make any videos unless it's pornographic. So yeah, just like ask me to do videos and I will. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.